Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the New England Patriots 10-year dynasty. Today is the day. It's episode 10, year number 10, which means it's the final episode of the series. And it's the last chance to possibly win our second Super Bowl trophy. Thankfully, a couple episodes ago, I think it was week 8 or year number 8, we won a championship in that episode. So we have completed the rebuild, completed the challenge, which is to win at least one Super Bowl in these 10 years. Obviously, I would have liked to win more, but the simulation wasn't kind to us for most of the time. But this is year number 10. It's our last chance to get a second Super Bowl. We've got as good of a team as we're ever going to have, and it's our best chance to win one more. It's just, like I said, all up to that simulation, man. I don't know. The past couple of years, we've been on pace for undefeated seasons, and then we've been losing a couple of games here and there for some reason. They won't let us, for some reason, get us the perfect year. I just want a 17-0 season. I want it so bad, but we can't get it. Maybe this is the year. I don't know. I just hope that we can win one last championship before we wrap up this entire 10-year dynasty and see just how good we've made this Patriots team from year one all the way to now. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. There's always a link down below in the playlist in the description of every episode I do for the playlist to this series. All previous 9 episodes and this 10th one are in that description, in that playlist. So you can go back and binge watch every single episode if you want to, or maybe you can skip around and watch the ones you want to watch, or maybe you haven't seen something. Watch all of that there. The description has the playlist for you there, so you can watch all 10 episodes. But let's get into it. It's year number 10, the final season. At the end of the episode, we will go over like career numbers for some of our players that we're interested in and see kind of like the history of the series and all that kind of stuff. We won't go obviously to the offseason once we reach the Super Bowl, whether we're in it or not. That'll be the final place we go, because we're not going into the offseason, we're not going to free agency, anything like that. So that's where we'll end the simulation part of it, and then we'll take a look at like the recap of some of the big moments. But let's get into it. If you go to enjoy, hit the like button, and let's do this. It is year number 10, and the first thing we always do is load up an auto-generated draft class, even though this draft class means absolutely nothing to us because we're not going to the draft, as you know. Let's take a look at this team to start the final year. We've made it an ungodly team. And we've kept a few players around from year number 1. We had Drake May, obviously, as our quarterback. We were never going to lose him. Travion Henderson's our running back. Will Campbell's the left tackle. And then on defense, we have Christian Gonzalez. I think he's the only one that is still an original member of this team from year number 1. There might be a receiver. No, we had to get rid of Kyle Williams. That's right. I forgot about that. So there's only a few players from this team, but it's all the building block players that you would expect to still be here. Those are the guys that are still around. So we look fantastic. We got a great offensive line, a great tight end, great receivers, a great running back, great quarterback, obviously. And then the defense, I don't know if we could have a better defense. I mean, the only thing we could ask for is maybe higher overalls. But other than that, these guys are fantastic. We drafted a safety. No, that's Gonzo. Didn't mean to go to him. We drafted a safety in last episode's draft, and he ends up being a higher overall than Phillips, who was going to be our safety. But we've got ourselves Cornell Williams out of Arkansas, and he looks pretty good. He's 77 overall. He's got a hidden dev. He could be pretty solid. But let's get into it. There's not really much else to do because it's the final episode. So let's get simulated here. I have no idea how we're going to simulate. We might have used all of our luck in the previous couple episodes. Or maybe this team's just so good that it's undeniable. I don't know. We do beat the Jets. That's a good start. Let's keep moving. Let's keep winning games. I'd love that. I would love an undefeated season the final year. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. We're taking on a tough Dolphins team. They're 2-0. We're 2-0. Something's got to budge. And it's the Dolphins. They lose. Okay. Tua's playing for the Falcons, by the way. I don't know if you caught that in the top right-hand corner. Tua's still playing in the league, and he's on the Falcons. We are 4-0. So we are still pretty good in sim, at least in the early portion. And for some reason, I've lost my Wi-Fi connection, even though I know that I didn't lose my Wi-Fi because nothing else is lost. I don't know. Sometimes the EA servers are weird. I don't know, man. It's strange. Whatever. We keep moving on. We lose to the Titans, so the undefeated season ends a lot earlier than it has in the past. But that doesn't mean our season's over. That doesn't mean our season's over, although that's 2 in a row lost. Okay. Okay. All right, 2 in a row makes me a little bit more nervous. Let's figure it out, please. Let's figure it the F out, please. 3 straight losses. All right, what's going on, boys? What's going on? I don't like the 3 straight losses here. There we go. We get back in the win streak right there with a big win against the Raiders. The Raiders. We needed that one. Taking on Cincy at home. We win them headed into the bye. Okay, we beat them. That's exactly what we needed to do. We got rid of that losing streak. That was a 3-game losing streak. It was very, very sad, very annoying. We take on a bad Bears team, but knowing EA simulation, that means we're going to lose this game because you always lose to the bad teams in Sim. That's just what happens for some reason. Hopefully it doesn't happen to us. And it doesn't. Okay, we beat the Bears. Now we take on a good Lions team as we've entered the second half of the season. Come on, let's rack up some big wins. There it is. That's a huge win, actually, against a good Lions team. Taking on bad Packers. The Packers have not developed very well. They're not having a good season. But we beat them as well. Okay, we're starting to bring it back. We got a couple of losses in a row, but we're starting to figure it out. This team's too good to not figure it out at the end. We take on a big-time Bills team. Please keep the Bills at bay. Keep the Bills at bay. We are the 1 seed. We beat the Bills, and now we take on the Jets. Come on, don't you dare do this to me. Not the Jets. Not the Jets. Yes, that's a big win. And now we have 3 games left to go in the season. We've lost 3 games so far. Can we hold on? We are the 1 seed, tied with the Raiders at 11 wins. The Raiders having a good year, although we beat the Raiders earlier in the season. Come on, beat the Steelers. Beat the Steelers. Yes, big win against Pittsburgh. Now we take on Miami. Don't do this to me. Not Miami. Not the Dolphins. No. Okay, so Dolphins beat us. We're 12-4. They're 11-5. We need to win this game against the Rams if we want to be the number 1 seed. If we lose this game, we might lose the 1 seed. Do not let me lose to the Rams. Come on, give me the 1 seed. We lost, but we're still the 1 seed. We held it because the Raiders and Dolphins both lost. We held the 1 seed, even losing the game. Wow. What an intense final game. We held on to the 1 seed, and Cornell Williams developing like crazy, by the way. We held on to the 1 seed because the Dolphins and Raiders both lost their final game as well. Man, that's lucky right there. That is absolutely lucky. And now we take on the Houston Texans. Little shaky season for us. Not as dominant as we've had in the past, but it's still good enough for the number 1 seed in the division. Or number 1 seed in the conference, I should say. 4,500 yards, 42 touchdowns, 6 picks for Drake May. Maybe that's another MVP season. I don't know. I hope so. Rushing-wise, Travion puts up 1,000 yards with 7 touchdowns. Solid year. 2 1,000-yard receivers, 1,200 yards and 3 touchdowns for Jared Atkins, and 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns for Javonte Gooden. Jake Sullivan has 876 and 9 touchdowns, and then Nick Campbell, 743 and 12 touchdowns. Big red zone threat for Nick Campbell. Defensively, 151 tackles, blows everybody else out of the water for Jose Almas. 98 for Morgan Redmond, 93 for Nick Lee. Gonzalez had 90. No picks I saw for Gonzalez. Lindsey Bernard, or Barnard? I don't know how to say that name, but he's got 16 tackles for loss. Marcus Neal has 14. Almas has 9. Sack leader is Marcus Neal with 16.5. We really made a right decision to try to bring him back because he's been uber productive since we've re-signed him. 11 sacks for Cal Sharp, 7.5 for Lindsey, and then Morgan Redmond had 4. Interception leader was Jose Almas. Jose Almas had an unbelievable season. 151 tackles, a sack and a half, 9 tackles for loss, and 4 picks. That might be Defensive Player of the Year. And then 1 interception for a few other guys. Big numbers. Big numbers for the good guys, but are we good enough to win the championship? We got to get through the Houston Texans, though. This is the lineup that we're rocking with the development upgrades. We've gotten Drake May up to a 99 with the morale boost, so we're seeing some good production. I'm glad to see that Gooden's getting the production that he deserves with the morale boost. Everybody's playing up like crazy with morale. Travion Henderson's a true 90 or 85. I thought Travion would take a little bit more of a boost, but it looks like he's just going to stay around a high 80s, I guess, which is fine. but I thought he'd be in the 90s by now. Maybe the playbook's not really helping him get that many upgrades. I don't know. But the defense looks great. Even with the boost activated, the morale boost activated, the defense looks great. Williams ends up having star dev, but that could go up with a good season. I'm expecting Almas to go up to X Factor with the season he had. And I'm also expecting maybe one of the receivers to get X Factor. Maybe Atkins or Gooden gets X Factor. Atkins goes up to Superstar. I don't know, but I mean they had some good seasons. You'd expect them to develop. But here we go against the Houston Texans. They're only 9-8. We should be able to get through this team very, very simply, right? And we do. Oh, not as simply as I thought. 17-14. We barely scraped by, but we did scrape by. And that's all that matters when it comes to winning games. But now we take on the Raiders. The Raiders. The team that was battling with us for that 1 seed. They ended up getting the 3 seed. But they were a tough team to face, although we did beat them in the regular season, I remember. And now it's time. AFC Championship, a chance to go to another Super Bowl with Drake May. We got to get through the Raiders first. AFC Championship here in Foxborough, where it's always meant to be. We are down 7-0, though. I don't like the sound of that. This Raiders team could be fairly tricky. 10-0. We get on the board with the field goal. That's good. We just got to get some touchdowns. There we go. 10-10. Into the fourth quarter, we're gonna take a drive here. We're gonna take a drive, run the ball with Travion. We're already basically in field goal range. We do have a turnover in this game. I wonder if it was a Drake May interception or not. Hand off to Travion. Look at Travion go. That was maybe a little bit too many yards for Travion on that handoff. It's not going to take us down nearly as far as I wanted to. Although if we don't get in here, we'll take us down to the 2-minute warning, which we shouldn't get in. Don't get in, Travion. Oh, I dove. I was trying to slide or just drop down. That's okay. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We are knocking on the door, baby. We are knocking on the door. There's the 2-minute warning. It's 10-10. We are in prime position to score here, but we can't score right away. We need to take at least a timeout off the table for Vegas. So, Travion, do not score here. Okay, that's perfect. They did not call a timeout. It's 3rd and goal. Interesting. They must want to save their timeouts. All right, well, that doesn't work for us. Campbell, I got to throw it to him. That didn't work either. I probably should have taken the sack because we were going to kick the field goal. So I probably should have taken the sack to keep the clock moving. But instead of a touchdown, it's only going to be a field goal lead with 1:18 to go. I don't like that as much. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Timeout called by Vegas. 3rd and 4. 4th and 4. That's ball game. It's us. It's us. We have the football. It's over. They went 3 and out. Or 4 and out, I guess I should say. They went 4 and out, and they couldn't do anything. 40 seconds left. That is the ball game. They can't stop the clock. Well, they can't stop the clock, but they're not going to. They've realized the error of their ways, and the New England Patriots, in year number 10, will play for a 2nd Super Bowl. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, ladies and gentlemen. It's all coming together. You love to see it. All right. Drake May had a touchdown, 224 yards. I'm pretty sure he had a pick as well. But it doesn't matter because we got the win. Another AFC championship for the boys. We get some big upgrades. And now we move to the Super Bowl. Can we win our 2nd Super Bowl of the series? It'd be pretty awesome if we could. Who's it going to be against? The Carolina Panthers. A rematch. Not a Super Bowl in this series, but a Super Bowl of years past. What was that, 2004, 2003? One of those years they got it. The Patriots beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. But here we go. Carolina's made it here. We've made it here. There's only 1 game left to go in the season for both teams. And this is decide who's going to be a champion. Are we going to be 2-time champions of the series? Or are we going to fall in a heartbreak? Let's find out. It is Super Bowl time. Our last chance to get a 2nd Super Bowl before this series wraps up. We are up 10-0. Maybe we're just going to walk through them. No, they got a touchdown at the end of the half there. All right. Oh, 14-10. Now it's 17-14. Come on, boys. Let's dominate. We're going to jump in here. 3rd and 4. 3 minutes to go on the clock. We've got to get it done for all the marbles. We're going to go out of the backfield. It's the running back, the backup, Pinkins. Juke move. He's got a huge first down and a timeout called by Carolina. That's a massive move. Absolutely massive. I knew that was going to be open, and it ended up being really, really open. Travion's not in, but it is Pinkins again. He's going to get the handoff, and he's got a lot of room. Pinkins into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Maybe it was a little early to score, 24-14. But we've got the football back, and Carolina's got no timeouts. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's all over. We are going to be 2-time Super Bowl champions in this series. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. Travion's back in the game. He will run it for one more time. That'll take us probably to the end of this game, I would assume, right? They want us to kick the field goal. I'll have to kick it, but it'll be 27-14. I mean, I don't have to kick. I could take the delay of game, but I'll kick it anyway. It doesn't really matter. Here we go. It's up, and it is good. 2 seconds remain, 27-14. We have won our second Super Bowl, and there it is. The New England Patriots have rebuilt the dynasty. 2 out of 3 years, we hold Lombardi Gold. Well, I guess it's Lombardi Silver and Metal or whatever it is. I don't even know what the trophy's made out of, really. But we did it anyway. We did it. We are Super Bowl champions. Drake May, maybe he won another MVP. I don't know. But there he is, man. We couldn't have done it without him. He's not on the level of Tom Brady just yet, but he is getting there. He's on the right path. He's on the trajectory that we need him to be on. And Vrabel's looking good, man. He's got 2 Super Bowls now. He's dominating coaching. This team is very expensive, though. It's a good thing we're not moving on after this season, because this team is super expensive. We probably wouldn't be able to bring back nearly anybody. I wouldn't think so. It's good that we are moving on. But let's get to the season recap so we can see exactly what's going on here. Who got the recap? Who got the MVP? All that kind of stuff. So season recap, it is Bryce Young of the Carolina Panthers wins the MVP. Mike Vrabel got Coach of the Year. So the Panthers had a pretty good season because their wide receiver Mark McDougal won the Offensive Player of the Year. And Jake Sullivan for us wins the Player of the Year. Not the Player of the Year, the Super Bowl MVP is what I wanted to say. So let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back. This is the first year of the Sim, 2025. We didn't win any awards, and the Niners won the Super Bowl. Year number 2, Broncos got it. We also didn't win any awards, but the Broncos got the year 2 Super Bowl. Year 3 was Green Bay. We didn't win any awards either, but we're starting to build at this point. Year 4, the Lions get the Super Bowl over the Broncos, and there's Drake May's first MVP, along with a Mike Vrabel Coach of the Year. Year 6, Lions go back-to-back and get another Super Bowl. Bryce Young wins his first MVP, and that's when they drafted Mark McDougal. The Panthers did, by the way, because he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Year 7 is the Rams Super Bowl. Josh Fisher wins MVP of the Super Bowl. Caleb Williams got MVP of the league. Year 8 was the New York Giants getting one. Another Caleb Williams MVP. Was I a year ahead? Year 7, excuse me. Wait, right? That's right. I'm counting it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, so I'm in the right thing. So year 8, we won our first Super Bowl. Drake May got his second MVP, league MVP, and he also won the Super Bowl MVP. Then year 9 was just last episode. The Jets got the Super Bowl. Caleb Williams won another MVP. And then this year, we got our 8th Super Bowl as a champion, or as a team, and our second of the dynasty. Bryce Young wins another MVP. So really, Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Bryce Young are the 3 quarterbacks that are winning all the MVPs in this dynasty, or in this series. That's pretty crazy. Pretty interesting. Let's upgrade these players. We'll take one final look at the team, and then we'll go over some historic stuff, like over here in the stats, like some career numbers and all that kind of stuff. So let's go to the lineup, take one final look at the roster. We dominated drafting. Let's just say that. We also were very smart in trading for guys. But one thing we didn't have to worry about was the quarterback position. Drake May's been here since the beginning. We made sure to have him here the entire time. We locked him up the entire series because I was not going to have let Drake May go. That's for sure. And he's been an unbelievable player for us. We were able to keep Travion Henderson around. This guy Pinkins was pretty good. These wide receivers were solid. They're not the original wide receivers we had when we were like in the peak of our prime. But these receivers have been very quality players for us. I mean, 98 speed for Jared Atkins is pretty crazy as well. You love to see that. What about the other guy? Gooden. Is it Javonte? Yeah, Javonte Gooden. 26 years old, not as fast, but he's a really good receiver. I mean, he runs crispy routes. He can catch with the best of them. He's a fantastic receiver. Absolutely fantastic. We also have a 94 overall receiver down here in Sullivan. He's the one who won the MVP. Jake Sullivan out of Virginia Tech. He must have had some big touchdown or something. I don't know, but he was the one who won Super Bowl MVP for us. Offensive line was fantastic the entire series once we built it. I think Lloyd is the only guy here that was drafted by us. I think everybody else we traded for. But this guy, man, Will Campbell, what a freak. What an absolute freak this guy is. The left tackle that we had from the beginning, absolute stud. He was a rookie when we started, obviously, because he's rookie this year. Just a menace. Just an absolute menace. Cole Burbank was a great player. I think we traded for him. He's a fantastic player. Love him. And then the tight end. He wasn't anything really good when we drafted him, but he's turned himself into quite the tight end. Nick Campbell is a monster. He's not the fastest player in the world. 84 speed's good for a tight end, but he can be a menace at the tight end position. He's a monster tight end. I love him. He's great. Good to have him on the squad. On the defensive side of the football, I mean, what else can you say except for Marcus Neal is unbelievable. He's so good. He's just a freak. He's an actual freak. Cal Sharp has been amazing as well. I love Cal Sharp. He was really low overall. I think, what was it? He was like 73 overall superstar dev when we drafted him, or when he got on the team. And he's turned himself into an amazing player. He's really done well. I'm happy for him because we gave him a shot. We kept him on the roster. We could have easily cut him or traded him and let him go somewhere else, but we gave him a shot. He sat behind a couple of people for a while he was such a low overall, and he turned himself into a really good player. But this guy might be the best of the bunch. Jose Almas, one of our only draft picks left on this team. Jose Almas was unbelievable. He's a tackle machine. He might be the best linebacker in football. It's hard to deny otherwise. Hard to say otherwise, but he's an absolute stud of all studs. We got this guy, Lindsey Barnard. He's not an original draft pick of ours, but he is a great tackle. He's pretty bulky. 6'3", 299 at D tackle, but he's a beast. He's a good player. He is a good player. Obviously, we have Christian Gonzalez, but Christian Gonzalez has retired after this season. So he played, what, 12 years? 11 years? 12 years. Because he was here a couple years before. He was here the year before Drake May, and then he was here the year after Will Campbell. So that's 3 years, I think, right? Whatever. He was here for a while. He's finally retired. That opens the door for Nick Lee to be the starter, the number one. And he's a great player as well. 94 speed, 98 man coverage, 99 with the morale boost. I mean, he does everything well. He does everything you'd want in a corner. And he's got good size. So Nick Lee's a great player. We've also got Little and this guy who's an X Factor. I don't know who this is. Marquise Hayward. X Factor corner. 93 speed, good coverages. Yeah, he's going to be a freak in the future as well if we were to go even further. He'd probably be a 90 plus, maybe 95 plus. And then the final guy that I want to talk about is this man right here, the guy that we just drafted, Cornell Williams. He was a good draft pick because he has developed like crazy in just one season. He's probably going to be in the high 90s by a couple of years, in a couple of years. And that is our team, man. Those are some of my favorite players that we drafted. Obviously, or some of the players we have on the team. Obviously, not all of those players were guys that we had the entire time. If we go to the career record books, this is Drake May's numbers. A few of these years are skewed because they're real life numbers, but most of this is from his career during the sim. Very good numbers. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. Running back numbers, Travion obviously is a rookie, so all of these numbers are from the sim. 8,700 yards, 95 touchdowns. He averaged a cool 4 yards per carry, even. And then Jared Atkins, 4,300 career yards, 23 touchdowns. Jake Sullivan has 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. Campbell put up 1,900 yards, 24 touchdowns. These are good numbers for the career. Obviously, they got a long way to go. They're still super young. All of them are. Will Campbell, in his career, allowed 124 sacks, but he played in 170 games. So I guess that's probably a lot, but in 10 years, in 170 games, I don't know. Defensively, 1,098 tackles for Jose Almas in 9 years is simply insane. 44 tackles for loss, 23 sacks, 10 interceptions. He's a Hall of Famer. Nick Lee's a great player as well. Marcus Neal's a great player. Fantastic player. Sack leader or tackle for loss leader is Marcus Neal as well. And then the sack leader is Cal Sharp. Look at that. Cal Sharp with 60 sacks leads the team for career. 53 and a half for Neal, 23 for Jose Almas. Barnard had 15 and a half, but he's going to get more as the seasons go on. 10 interceptions for both Almas and Nick Lee. That's kind of crazy that the Mike linebacker has just as many as your number one corner. Well, he wasn't our number one corner for a while. It was Gonzalez. But these are good numbers from everybody. You love to see it. And I am curious about some of the numbers from previous players that we have had. If I could find some of our other players. I don't remember where we sent any of them. If I see one of them, I'll point it out, but I don't remember where we sent most of our players because we had to trade away a lot of our guys because we couldn't pay them. So I might be missing them, but I don't see them right now. I guess I could go through this and see if any of them are at the top. There's Mark McDougal. Just think about that. Mark McDougal, 6 seasons. He's already got almost 10,000 yards receiving, 107 touchdowns. No wonder Bryce Young has been MVP for a long time. I don't think any of these guys... Oh, Cody Brewer's on our team, I'm pretty sure, right? Let me view the player card. I think Cody Brewer's a Patriot. He was a Patriot for 2 seasons. All right, so we didn't draft him, but he was a Patriot for a couple of seasons. I remembered that name. I thought that was familiar. What about anybody else? Cody Weber, Zach Tatum. I don't think Zach Tatum was one of our guys. He might have been. A lot of these names I don't remember. JJ Farley was one of our guys. He was a tight end for us. I remember that. We might have even drafted him. What was that name? Sean Booth. All right. Very good numbers. Passing wise, Drake May finishes second in career passing numbers just behind Jordan Love, who's got 418 touchdowns. But obviously, he's played a couple more years than Drake May, so that makes more sense. Bryce Young's right there. CJ Stroud's right there. All the guys you would expect to be up there are up there. Purdy's up there. Caleb Williams won a couple MVPs. Yeah, those are good numbers. Those are good numbers. Any rookie or any records broken? No Patriot records were broken. It's going to be hard to break Tom Brady's records, obviously, but no running back records were broken during this series in the career. What about during the season? 2029, Oladeji put up 30 sacks. Okay. In a game, nothing. Rookie season, the Raiders quarterback puts up 4,500 yards and 36 touchdowns in 2034. That's a rookie record. There's Mark McDonald, puts up 1,546 yards. That's a rookie record. Man, pretty crazy. And then rookie games, nothing too crazy here. All right, but let's go take a look at Patriot records since that's what we care about. So career Patriot records, Tom Brady obviously has it all. Travion Henderson put up a career 870 what? 8,700 yards is the career Patriot record along with the touchdowns at 95. Morgan's got the record for receivers. Gronk. Kyle Williams puts up receptions, 786. That's good to see. In a season, it's Drake May with 5,295 for most yards in a season, passes Brady. And then we got Pop Douglas with 125 catches in a season. Not what I would have expected. Game numbers, we have, oh God, Jonas Gray with 4 touchdowns. God, that's a trip. Or Jonas Gray, I forget how you pronounced it. I think it was Jonas Gray. Still, what an insane story. Look up Jonas Gray. You'll have a trip. No game numbers for us. Rookie seasons, Mac Jones had the most yards in a rookie season for a Patriot. Rookie game, nothing there. So we do have a stamp on Patriot history. We've got career numbers for Travion Henderson and Kyle Williams, and then season numbers for Drake May. I mean, it's hard when you have to go against Tom Brady as the quarterback. You're gonna not be very far ahead, but Drake did get more passing yards. Vrabel finishes third on the all-time head coach's legacy leaderboard with a score of 16,700. A couple more seasons, he probably passes both Andy Reid and John Madden, but for right now, he's third. Quarterback Drake May finishes at number 10 on the legacy leaderboard. He probably passes all these guys pretty soon, but Bryce Young's ahead of him because he's got more MVPs. So, and Caleb Williams has got a ton of yearly awards. We'll get up there. Drake May will get up there. Don't worry, but he's right there right now. What about Travion? Travion's number 10 on running backs. Wide receivers, Probably not going to see any of our guys up here. There's Mark McDonald already in the top 10. But the first Patriot is Kyle Williams, who's on the Cardinals now. He finishes at 17. Then you got tight ends. Nick Campbell's already top 10. Good for him. It's not that hard. There's not many high scores in the tight end, except for obviously Travis Kelce. Left tackle, Will Campbell finishes second. It's going to be hard to pass Tristan Wirfs, what he did. He's a beast. Left guards, I don't see any of our guys on here. That's okay. Center, we might see there he is. Burbank, number 3. Right guard, we got Perez and Lloyd both at right guard. Oh, it's probably because one of them's a left guard, or one of them playing left guard, but they're both right guards. That's probably why we didn't see anybody in the left guard. And then right tackle, Joe Alt's the leader, but then we got Johnson at right tackle. Good for him. And there's Jared Wilson. We had to unfortunately let him go. I wish I would have kept him around, but I just couldn't afford him. But he ends up being number 3 on the list. Edge rusher, obviously, it's going to be Micah Parsons. No surprise there. Crosby and Watt are all Hall of Famers. Oladeji's developed like crazy. Maybe I need to get him in more sims, in more rebuilds, because he goes crazy. Absolutely crazy. There's Joey Estes. I remember Joey Estes. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep him on the team, but he is a menace. He was phenomenal. I really didn't want to get rid of him. D tackles. A lot of D tackles on here. Nobody from our team, though. Right edge, Nick Bonito's the number 1 leader. Maybe Nick Bonito. Nick Bonito is really underrated. Nobody talks about Nick Bonito because he's not the flashy name like a Myles Garrett or a TJ Watt or a Micah Parsons, but Nick Bonito is a great player. Maybe I need to give him more of a shot in rebuilds. Thibodeau finishes on the Eagles. That's kind of crazy. And then Sam linebackers, Leo Chenal's the leader. Okay. There's Kavanaugh and Loud as the top 10 or top 5. Bobby Wagner's the all-time Mike leader, which you would expect. There's Jose Almas. He's probably going to pass Bobby Wagner at some point. The Will linebacker, Jahad Campbell, is up there. JOK is on the Packers now. Corner, Christian Gonzalez doesn't make number 1. I thought he might get up there, but he's number 4. Travis Hunter makes it top 10. But you got Cooper DeJean, Witherspoon, who's on the Bills now, and Patrick Surtain, who obviously is going to be number 1. But I thought Gonzo would give it a shot. Close. Free safeties. It's actually Kirby Joseph at number 1. Okay. Very interesting. And then strong safety, Kyle Hamilton. Not surprised there. Kyle Hamilton's a beast. So those are your all-time legacy leaderboard numbers. And that is going to do it for the Patriots 10-year dynasty. I love doing these every single Madden cycle. We do one every year. 10 years with the Patriots. See if we can turn them into what they used to be back in the good old days. And we've done that again. We won 2 Super Bowls. We built this team up. We gave Drake May a Hall of Fame type of career. We turned a lot of these guys into Hall of Fame players, and I had a really good time. I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. As always, that link down below in the description for the playlist. You can go and watch all of these 10 videos in a row if you want to. Maybe you're waiting for this series to wrap up so you can watch them all in a row and binge them. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, the link is down below in the description. Also, you can find it on my channel and under the playlist tab. You can find all my different playlists, all my series. So that's going to do it for me. Another successful 10-year dynasty in the books. I can't wait to do it again next year, man. 27. If you guys enjoyed, leave it a like. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.